You're not the ex-boyfriends of TJ Holmes and Amy Roblox dating. Switcheroo, this has got to be one of the wildest turns we've seen in a long time. And that's saying a lot considering how crazy 2024 has been. So, let's get this straight. Andrew Shue and Fiebig are now officially an item. It has been a year and a half since the whole TJ Holmes and Amy Robot drama went down. And boy, those were some chaotic times. They received so much backlash that they were eventually fired from their jobs on ABC's GMA3. The network released a statement that said after several productive conversations with Amy Robach and TJ Holmes about different options, we all agreed it's best for everyone that they move on from ABC News. Word on the street is that Amy is super salty and jealous. Even worse, things between her and TJ have reportedly fizzled out. TJ and Amy pursued legal action to contest their dismissal, but ultimately decided against it. There are rumors that they were persuaded to change their minds by a sizable payout check from ABC, though the specifics of the payout are still under discussion. Based on their impressive resume and the publicity that their affair brought them, TJ and Amy likely believed they would become the next big thing in television. A source claims that they are pitching themselves as a duo, having pitched reality shows, docuseries, all of which they know will be popular and people will watch. Amy has said whatever they do, this is about real love, and they're in it together. If that doesn't work out, they will vouch for each other and help each other. They won't let each other fail. Their love is inspiring both of them to keep encouraging each other and to help each other. But the universe said psych, and they ended up with nothing. Said these two had totally convinced themselves they were the new Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, and job offers would come flooding in. But so far, all their meetings with TV execs have resulted in a big fat nothing. They take anything. I think they'd host a game show at this point. On the other hand, both of their exes, Andrew Shue and Marilee Fiebig, were thriving before the scandal. Both families were super close, and Amy's daughters, even babies, set Mars and TJ's kids. Well, after the betrayal, Marilee and Andrew decided to work through their pain together, only for them to end up falling in love. And baby, that was the most insane plot twist that nobody could have seen coming. Their new relationship when they made the decision to partner last year. Marilee revealed that she was starting a company named Axis Hats New York, and Andrew was added to the advisory board. An insider verified that this was Marilee and Andrew's way of sending a middle finger to TJ and Amy. The insider said that by seeing Mars' name on an advisory board alongside Andrew, a clear statement has been made. It would raise eyebrows to see that Amy and TJ's former spouses are now working together. And what's even more concerning is that Andrew and Marilee are pursuing a potentially successful endeavor. So perhaps they are asking themselves, well, what is the best way to get back here? If you have controversy around you, why not lean into it and leverage it, which they have now? Success could also be the ultimate revenge. But at the end of the day, the best revenge is business success. As it turned out, they were already dating Key at the time, but they chose to keep it private for obvious reasons. Page 6 reported that we're told the couple have been dating for about 6 months after bonding over the traumatic experience of being cheated on. It turned into something else, and they're connected over their values. It's bigger than the affair now. We're told the hurt is over, and the duo has moved on. They're not heartbroken and sad. Everyone has moved on. Ooh, chow, good for them, I guess. But this is just so wild, judging by the timeline. They started dating just 6 months after splitting from their respective partners. While this might sound wild, it's actually pretty common for people to find comfort in someone going through a similar situation. Plus, as I said, Marilee and Andrew weren't strangers. They had known each other for years and had a solid, friendly relationship before this all went down. So it's not like they just met and immediately jumped into a relationship. For some reason, this made Amy and TJ salty, and they tried to change the narrative of their own relationship, trying to claim that they didn't cheat on their respective partners. They said, we lost the jobs we love because we love each other. To be clear, we were outed as being in a relationship, but everyone else thought we were being outed as adulterers, being outed as cheating on our spouses. And it wasn't the case, not these two trying to gaslight us like we didn't watch it all play out, girl. By a new who it has been almost a year since Marilee and Andrew started dating, and they finally decided to go public with their relationship. They were both spotted out in New York being very touchy with each other. They have also been spotted out and about on walks and holding hands, looking cute. And girl, when I tell you that Amy is insanely jealous of this, I'm not even joking. See, not only are Andrew and Marilee in a great place in their relationship, but their business has been a major success from the very start. They are thriving in every way you can imagine, but that is not the case for TJ and Amy, because things are rocky between them. For one, insiders are claiming that their finances are super strained. The only thing they really have going for them is their podcast, and while it's decently successful, it doesn't bring in as much as they'd hope, and their finances aren't looking great. It's been impossible for them to find a job, because again, most networks don't want to touch them after the scandal. But that's not even the worst, because according to sources, their relationship is pretty shaky right now, because TJ is already growing tired of her. According to sources, TJ is allegedly cheating on Amy already. And girl, when I tell you this doesn't surprise me, according to sources. Back in 2015, TJ had an affair with GMA script coordinator Jasmine Pathway, 24, who was looking for a mentor. It was Jasmine's first real job in television, and it was a big deal for her. She was looking for a mentor and reached out to several people. TJ is a known cheater, and Amy wasn't the only woman he had an affair with at GMA3. He was exposed for having an affair with a GMA producer named Natasha Singh for 3 years. Just when people were getting over that drama, more GMA staff came forward to expose him for having affairs with other staff members, some of whom were junior staff members. TJ was receptive, but he misused his position of trust severely. Holmes was someone who would go out and get drinks, and he and Jasmine started doing that. You have to keep in mind that he was a correspondent at the time, and he took time to talk to her about work or whatever. I'm not sure how long that went on before it was discovered, but I do know that the first time it happened was in his office, and he was going to go on air in a few hours. They did a nasty, and I know that she wasn't sure what that meant. Several people in the office called him a predator who preyed on weaker employees, and he also allegedly cheated on Marilee with multiple women outside the office. So once more, I'm not shocked that he is cheating on Amy. Amy, according to the insider, is desperate to keep the relationship going because she knows how embarrassing it would be if we find out that TJ moved on with another woman. However, nobody feels sorry for Amy because they think she had this coming. Amy has been subjected to trolling on social media, with comments like, "Amy Robot, you are an idiot. You really thought TJ Holmes was only seeing you when you know he was literally a married man cheating on his wife with you." Amy believes that she is the one, and only she knows how to handle rejection. January isn't even over yet, so why do you side pieces always treat yourself this way? A man who can betray his family and kids in this way will undoubtedly lie to you and manipulate you as well. They don't really think they are the only ones, and you can't believe a word that MF says. So